Our next class is Youth Western Riding. We're waiting the start of our Western Youth Riding class. Our judge today is Marilyn Weber of Chesterfield, Illinois. She's joined by Brian Holand of Kearney, Nebraska as our ring steward, and our official photographer is Mr. Ken Sims. Riders, for Youth Western Riding, enter the ring at the walk, please. Watch your ring steward. On the rail at the walk. This is our Youth Western Riding. And our gates go closed. Again, this is our Youth Western Riding. These riders are 18 years of age and under. Trot your horses, please, riders, on the rail at the trot. And who will be our world champion youth Western rider? If you're just joining us, this is our youth Western riding class, 18 years of age and under. Lope your horses, please, riders, on the rail at the lope. Watch your ring steward and stay safely spaced out. Walk your horses, please, riders, on the rail at the walk. Reverse riders. Reverse your horses at the walk. There's some little riders on those big horses. Trot your horses, please, on the rail at the trot. Who will be our world champion Western youth rider? I can't choose. Canter your horses. Lope those horses, please, on the rail at the lope, riders. and do the best you can to stay spread out on the rail. Watch your ring steward. Walk your horses, please, riders, on the rail at the walk. And line up in the center facing your ring steward. Watch your ring steward and line up. I don't know about you, but I'm not sure I could do what they just did. I thought they did a great job. Let's show them our appreciation. Excellent job, riders. And I believe this is only our first heat of the Youth Western Riding. We do have another heat. Judge Marilyn Weber is completing her placing, scoring. She joins us from Chesterfield, Illinois. And as we open the gates, we're going to excuse these riders and we're going to bring in our second heat for the Youth Western Riding. The second heat of the Youth Western Riding be entering the ring. Riders, you may enter the arena. We do have a lounge set up for our international visitors. It's behind the American flag on the second level. Follow the signs and the smell of the coffee and donuts. They're open all day. Be sure and join us tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. when classes begin for the trail competition, followed by men's pleasure single cart and the grand finale of excitement, Heat 1 of the barrel racing competition. And trust me, if you've never seen a Clydesdale running the barrel pattern, you don't want to miss this. Again, join us tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We're waiting for the second heat of the Youth Western Riding. We're proud to have one of the best draft horse photographers in the world serving as our official photographer. That is Mr. Ken Seams. Ken is set up on site where you can view and purchase your professional images before you leave the show. I'm a big fan of Ken. You can also view your images on Ken's website, which is psdphoto.net. I've been informed that we're waiting on a tack change. Many of our youth English riders are changing into their Western gear, and that's the holdup. Here's some trivia for you. The Western saddle that we know today actually evolved from the Spanish vaqueros' working saddle. As the working cowboys used their saddles, they underwent a gradual change in order to continue to meet the demands of life in the Old West, such as roping cattle. And that is probably where the saddle horn became so essential. And for those of you who thrive on trivia, here's a little tidbit about the first known saddles. It is believed that the first saddle was invented in 365 AD by an Iranian confederation known as the Sarmatians. They used their horses in battle, and their saddle creations were eventually brought back to Europe by, and I'll let you guess, was it the Germans, was it the Turks, or was it the Huns? And I'm not giving away $100 for the right answer, as has been suggested. But if you guessed the Huns, you are correct. They were the ones who brought the saddle into Europe. And in case you missed the announcement, tomorrow is going to be Heat 1 of the barrel racing competition. It's really fun. Make sure you join us. And if you have friends or family that couldn't make the World Show, they can access the live streaming at worldclydaleshow.com/streaming. And there is also a link on the Clydesdale Facebook page. At 2 o'clock today, somewhere around 2 o'clock, we will have some adult Clydesdale riding classes, both English and Western. Be sure and join us for that. We're awaiting a tack change completion. We have the second heat of the Youth Western Riding. They should be entering the arena shortly. Some of these riders competed in the Youth English Riding. And they had to take their horses back to the barn and change tack and change clothes. And our first entrant in the second heat of the Youth Western Riding makes their way into the ring. Riders, I believe the judge would like to see you on the rail at the walk, please. Watch your ring steward. Stay safely spaced out. Again, this is the second heat of the Youth Western Riding, all competing for the World Championship. Our gates are closed, and Judge, this is your second heat. Trot your horses, please. Riders on the rail at the trot. We have some very determined riders in this Youth Western Riding class. Canter your horses, please, riders, on the rail at the canter. In Western riding, this is actually technically known as the lope. Walk your horses, please, riders on the rail at the walk. Reverse, riders on the rail. Reverse your horses, please, at the walk. Trot your horses, please. Riders on the rail at the trot. And as you've probably noticed, speeds vary depending on the Clydesdale. Lope your horses, please, riders, on the rail at the lope. Watch your ring steward and try to stay safely spaced out. Walk your horses, please. And line up facing your ring steward. Thank you. I'm trying to watch everything. This is the second heat of the Youth Western Riding, 18 years of age and younger. Our judge today is Marilyn Weber, and our ring steward is Brian Holan. And our gates open, and we're going to bring in the first heat of the Western Youth Riding. And riders, as you come in, watch your ring steward and try to fill in those gaps. If you'll line up in those big spaces there, we can get everybody in. Don't be afraid to line up in those gaps. Thank you, riders. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the complete class of the Youth Western Riding. They have done an amazing job. Let's thank them. Well done. And we are looking for our world champion. Our judge is making her final calculations. She joins us from Chesterfield, Illinois. She is Marilyn Weber. Our ring steward today is Mr. Brian Holen from Kearney, Nebraska. This is a tough class to place. We are going to have a work-off. As I call your number, you can approach the rail. Number 150, number 244, 167, 925, 723, 703, 704, 676, 188, 189, and 345. The rest of you are excused. This is our work-off. This is the work-off to find out who will be our Youth Western Riding World Champion. Our gates are closed. And Judge, here are your finalists. This is our work-off for the Youth Western Riding. We will place our world champion from this group. Trot your horses, please. On the rail at the trot. Lope your horses, please, riders. On the rail at the lope. Walk your horses, please, riders, on the rail at the walk. Reverse your horses, please, riders. Reverse on the rail. Trot your horses, please, riders, on the rail at the trot. You're watching the work-off of the Youth Western Riders. We'll choose our World Championship winner from this group. Judge Marilyn Weber has her work cut out for her today. Lope your horses, please, riders, on the rail at the lope. Please stay safely spaced out. Try to use the whole arena. Watch your ring steward. Watch your ring steward and stay on the rail. Walk your horses, please. Riders down to the walk, on the rail. And line up in the center facing your ring steward. Excellent job. There's some little riders out there on those big horses. They did a great job today. Our judge is going to make that winner work for the title. Someone's going to be the world champion youth Western rider today. Who will it be? Our judge is making her final notes as she places the class. Ribbons will place to 10, and we will have one in reserve. And following this class, we will be moving right into our adult Western and English riding. And there will be a gelding cart class in that mix as well. Be sure and join us tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock when classes begin for the trail competition, followed by men's pleasure single cart, and the grand finale of excitement, Heat 1 of the barrel racing competition. If you've never seen a Clydesdale running the barrel pattern, you will not want to miss out. Again, that starts tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Live streaming is available at worldclydesdaleshow.com/streaming, and there is a link on the Facebook page for the Clydesdale Association. Our judge today is Marilyn Weber of Chesterfield, Illinois, and our ring steward is Mr. Brian Holen of Kearney, Nebraska. Most of us are familiar with Clydesdales and the discipline of driving, but you can see firsthand how versatile and adaptable this horse is. It's a long way to get up on the backs of these horses, and no doubt they wear some plus-size saddles and girths, but with their wonderful nature and athleticism, the Clydesdale gets the job done and has a lot of fun doing it. And it looks like we have our placings. Our show staff is entering those numbers, and we'll have those results for you in a moment. We're joined today by our Canadian Clydesdale Queen, Kaylee Lewis. She'll be handing out the ribbons. Thank you, Kaylee. Very happy to have you here. We have the placings. Your world champion is number 704. Is that Amanda? Are you Amanda? Congratulations, Amanda. Beautiful job. We're going to get your picture. We're going to have you hang back here after we place the rest of the class so we can get your victory lap. There is your world champion, number 704. Congratulations. In second place, we have number 723. We need to get our championship picture. We'll continue the placings. Okay, and Amanda, if you want to hang back and we'll get a victory lap when we finish placing the class. Second place, number 723. Third place, number 703. Fourth place, number 167. Fifth place is number 150. We don't have sixth place on. Sixth place is number 189. Okay, you've got 8. Seventh place, number 925. Eighth place, number 188. Ninth is number 676. 10th is number 244. And our reserve today is number 345. Outstanding job to our youth. And there is your world champion, Youth Western Riding. That's Amanda. Congratulations.